any moment now, and it's go! Everybody away as they bend round to the left and rush down towards that first chicane. Looks like everyone's got away well.
Eddie Irvine has already gone off and actually collided with Barrichello there. A top position for long. Raikkonen has gone off. Coulthard has now gone off at the same place that Raikkonen did. Full credit, Alex Young still doing exceptionally well. We've seen how poor that Minardi has been in previous races, and 2 whole laps Alex Young has only lost 2 places actually. So let's have a look at this. So Della Rosa holding first, but Michael Schumacher, the unstoppable force, and Schumacher has got past Della Rosa, and this could be the first win for Michael Schumacher all season. And then there's Barrichello, there's Montoya, who's now got past Raikkonen, although just about Montoya, he's got some kind of car failure.
It's a fastest lap by Michael Schumacher.
The 4th race in the season, and Michael Schumacher is going to come out the last corner to win at Imola. Barrichello's run off wide there. Fisichella has an engine go on him. Okay, so Della Rosa will take 2nd place, Ralf Schumacher 3rd, Mika Salo 4th, Massa is in 5th, Raikkonen 6th. I think Barrichello made a mistake, but can he recover from that mistake? Still Raikkonen battling out, and Barrichello's taken it from Raikkonen, or has he? I think he has. I think Barrichello just finished the head right at the end. So,
Round 5 of the 2002 FIA Formula 1 World Championship. Welcome to Spain and the Spanish Grand Prix. During the winter, the team spent a large amount of their time at this track to prepare and test for the season ahead. And as a result, all the drivers are extremely familiar with its layout. It's a very technical circuit, and there aren't many overtaking opportunities. For Jaguar's Pedro de la Rosa, this is his home Grand Prix, and no doubt there'll be a large contingent of fans cheering him and the team on.
right then, so hey guys, it's PSL here, and I'm here for the 5th episode in this Formula 1 2002 Reverse Grid Race Series at Spain for the Spanish Grand Prix, my 2nd favourite track on the calendar. And as you can see, Eddie Irvine starting in pole position once you reverse the grid. Now that's because in qualifying in the real life Spanish Grand Prix, he qualified 15th, but he was demoted to last place for the race because the FIA found out that the fuel Eddie Irvine used in qualifying was different to that agreed to be used by Jaguar prior to the event. So long and short of it, Jaguar, well, only for Eddie Irvine, not for De La Rosa, but Jaguar used a different fuel than was agreed prior to the event. So Eddie Irvine was demoted to last place, but for some reason De La Rosa was fine. So slightly weird incident there, but either way, Eddie Irvine is gonna pay dividends this series because he'll be starting first. Then we got Alex Young in second, 1.6 seconds a lap slower in qualifying than Mark Webber, so that really does say a lot. Then you got McNish, Sato, Salo obviously, who scored points in the previous race, De La Rosa only in 7th, so you know he could score some decent points this race. Possibly a Jaguar 1-2. Then below that is just the usual stuff really, although in qualifying Button out-qualified Coulthard, so that's quite interesting, and it means Coulthard's in a slightly better position than I would expect, so hopefully he can score some points because obviously McLaren still haven't scored any points so far this series. And yes, just the usual stuff. So anyway, let's just head on to the race, the Spanish Grand Prix.
It's round 5 of the 2002 FIA Formula 1 World Championship, and we're here at the Circuit de Catalunya, just outside Barcelona. A year ago, Mika Hakkinen was on his way to certain victory when his car broke down a handful of corners from the finishing line. This allowed Michael Schumacher to pass and take his 3rd win of the season. Juan Pablo Montoya followed closely behind in his Williams BMW and marked his first points finish of the season with a fine 2nd place. In 3rd place and delivering his team's first podium and their engine supplier's first podium since their return came Jacques Villeneuve for BAR Honda. Jarno Trulli completed a run of 3 successive points finishes in a row, with 4th in his Jordan Honda, followed by McLaren Mercedes' David Coulthard in 5th, which meant he had scored points in every race of the season so far. Nick Heidfeld collected yet another point for his Swiss team, Sauber Petronas, in 6th. All set for the off here in Catalonia, and let's hope we don't have a repeat of last year with all those traction control failures on the line. 4 lights, 5 lights, and it is go in Spain, and everybody seems to have got away well. It's a very wide main straight here. They're all weaving and dashing down to that first corner, the downhill right-hander.
Right, so thank you, James Allen. And as you can see, both Minardi still holding second and third, believe it or not. Although it looks like Webber's actually lost a place to the Toyota of Alan McNish, and I think he has, because McNish is trying to make a move on Alex Young as well. And to get into second place, I think his teammate is trying to do the same thing as well. There's Mika Salo, yet both Toyotas have got past both Minardis. Irvine's already off into the distance. There's McNish, Salo. What on earth has happened there?
Keep it together.
He's completely ruined his chances of picking up some points or a podium finish now, and he can definitely forget about winning this one. The team will be hugely disappointed.
Oh, come on, Martin. Come on, you've got to give us some more than that. The team will be disappointed. We just saw 2 cars go completely. Oh, it was Takuma Sato. Oh, right, okay, but I'm so sorry, but the team will be disappointed. Look at that. I mean, that ain't going anywhere anytime soon. Right, Takuma Sato. So it looks like, to be honest, Barrichello T-boned him. So let's have a... Yeah, Barrichello definitely did. But what on earth happened to Barrichello? Because there's no way he just went into the side of Sato. I think he had a coming together with someone which speared him off. So let's have a look at this, see if we can get a better understanding. Okay, so he's battling there with that Sauber. It's difficult to say, really. We'll see if... Oh, I was about to say, the onboard looks a bit different. Yes, because there's no front nose sticking out, because of course it isn't on Barrichello's car anymore. Right, okay. See if this gives us a better idea as to what happened. He gets hit a bit by his teammate, but I don't know. Let's see if the onboard from Sato. I don't know what happened to Barrichello, and I don't want to check all the cars around him just to find out, but someone speared him off. So the onboard from Sato, this must be terrifying, to say the least. I mean, he's just going about his day in 10th place, and yep, his day suddenly gets a whole lot worse. Actually, I wonder if the rear view of Takuma Sato gives us any more of an indication. This is the final replay I'll check, but I wonder if this gives us any indication as to what happened to Barrichello. So Barrichello, no, that doesn't really give us an indication. I do have a feeling, actually I will check one last time, whether Michael had anything to do with it, because Michael was right next to... Well, Michael's in 9th already, jeez, because he was right with his teammate at the time. So let's see, does Michael spear off Barrichello? Because I know they're championship rivals, but I mean that is going some. Well, yeah, it does seem like Schumacher was kind of what finished off Barrichello. Okay, well, I mean that was an accident and a half. Schumacher's up into 9th place. We got the lone remaining Jordan in 8th. Button 6th. Button 6th. Oh yeah, because Fisichella's 7th. Alright, okay. I got a bit confused there, but De La Rosa's in 5th, then it's Villeneuve, Salo, McNish having a good race up in 2nd, and then Eddie Irvine just driving off into the distance. We could see Eddie Irvine get his first win of the season. McNish, Salo, De La Rosa up into 4th, he got past Villeneuve, and then we got, is that JB or was that Trulli? No, that is Jenson Button, and Michael Schumacher, he's making the move. In fact, he might get past De La Rosa as well. I think he has actually. Well, let's have a look on board from De La Rosa. I think he shut the door on Michael. No, Michael is still there. And I think, yep, he's done it. He's long gone. And we still got Jensen in 6th. Villeneuve in 7th. And, yeah, I mean, below that, it doesn't really matter too much. Well, Heifeld 8th. We could see Heifeld getting to the points. But, I don't know. Most of the cars ahead of him are pretty competitive cars, to be honest. I mean, Michael is now stuck up behind Mika Salo. Well, not for too long, because he's up into 3rd. I mean, the Michael Schumacher dominance in this game is real right now. And then we got JB. I think he's made a move on De La Rosa. Yes, he has. So Jensen's up into 5th. He's now right up behind Mika Salo. So Salo very soon might well be dropping out of the points. That is a Williams there, which is entering the fray. That is Montoya in 8th place, right up behind Heifeld. Does that mean Villeneuve's dropped back? Yeah, Villeneuve has dropped back a lot. So then we got, so it's still Montoya, Heifeld, De La Rosa, Salo actually defending from Jensen, and he hasn't been able to do that. The Toyota just not really that quick to be consistently in the points. We saw Salo score some points in the previous race, but I don't think that's going to be a regular thing. McNish's looking good. He's pulled out away from the rest of the field, and he is still, for the time being, fending off Michael Schumacher. Meanwhile, we've got Eddie Irvine quite a way off, several seconds off in the distance, and Schumacher's already made the move on McNish. Just quite an easy move, really, from Michael. And then we got, what on earth is that? Is that Irvine? How cruel is that? I'm so Eddie Irvine, and now Frenzen's gone. Okay, well, Frenzen doesn't matter too much, but I'm sorry, Eddie Irvine was leading the race and his engine's gone on him. Well, in that shocking turn of events, that means Michael Schumacher is now leading, McNish is 2nd, Jensen Button is in 3rd, Montoya 4th, but he's looking like he's going to get past Jensen very soon. So yeah, Montoya's in 3rd, Jensen in 4th, Nick Heifeld in 5th, and there's that Bernaldi, his engine's gone. So both arrows have had their engines go in the space of about 30 seconds. Wow, okay. Oh, right, okay. And Villeneuve's gone as well. Villeneuve's got some engine failure. Okay. So Barrichello's actually in 17th place. He's not even looking too bad anymore. So now is Michael Schumacher, Alan McNish, Montoya, Jensen Button, Nick Heifeld, Pedro De La Rosa. But we got Coulthard. He could score a point. This will be his first point of the season, but also McLaren's first point of the season. And Coulthard, he tried to make the move on De La Rosa, and Coulthard proving there that the McLaren does have some pace, as yet Coulthard is into a points position in 6th place. He just needs reliability on his side now. So he's still got Nick Heifeld, Jensen Button, Alan McNish. Montoya got past Alan McNish. I wonder if we'll be able to see that move. Yes, we will. Okay, so Montoya all over the back of Alan McNish. Actually, McNish is doing very, very well, I will be honest. He's doing valiantly, but a Toyota against a Williams, that's no competition. So, yeah, we should see McNish just slip down the order, but I think he might be able to hold on to a points place. I mean, Jensen's going to be a difficult one to fend off from, and then Nick Heifeld, McNish might be able to do, but then Coulthard will be a difficult one. He has got some difficult people to fend off, basically, if McNish wants to hold on to a points position. Meanwhile, we've still got Montoya 2nd. Yeah, for some reason, okay. I forgot Eddie Irvine retired then, that was weird. And Massa's retired now. This race is retirements galore. So there's Michael, Montoya, Alan. I just realised I said everyone's first names, but I didn't say Juan. Okay, so it's Michael, Juan, Alan, Jensen, Nick, David. I'm going to stop saying first names, that felt a little awkward. But anyway, Jensen Button trying to make the move, and Alan McNish. No, Alan McNish has still kept the place. The two Brits battling it out there. And this could be good for, if you're a British supporter, you've got David Coulthard, Jensen Button and Alan McNish all up in the points place. And McNish is still defending very well. He's got 3 cars right up behind him. Nick Heifeld actually might make a move on Jensen Button very soon if he's not careful. And actually, I think he has. And now Nick Heifeld is going to make the move on Alan McNish. But McNish defending extremely well. And then Jensen's going to try and make the move back on him. And he has. Actually, we are seeing fantastic racing between Sauber and Renault. We've seen that a few times this season. The Renaults and Saubers, they always produce a good battle. Ralf Schumacher is now in the mix as well, and he's going to try and steal a point from David Coulthard. And we've got a 4-way battle down the straight. Alan McNish has pulled out, and who's going to come out on top out of this? Well, Jensen Button's taken 4th place. David Coulthard's moved into 5th. So it is a good day for British drivers right now. So is Coulthard. Coulthard has just had the door slammed on him by Jensen Button. And we got Brits 3rd, 4th and 5th. And 2 Germans right up behind as well. This is insane battling. I'm not even looking at Michael right now or Juan because what's the point? They're just going to easily take 1st and 2nd at this point. But Jenson Button trying to make the move on McNish once again. This has just been a battle. It's been going on for ages. Jenson's got through. So is Nick Heidfeld and so is Ralf Schumacher. If someone can explain to me how Coulthard lost those places, that would be nice. But Coulthard still in the points place, and Alan McNish, I was really hoping he would score a point. He's been close to scoring points on several occasions, but no, he's just lost out today. With 1 lap left to go, we're going to see if Coulthard can get back past Nick Heidfeld. It should be a relatively easy job, but no, Nick Heidfeld defending very, very well there. Although Coulthard's got the better run coming out of turn 2, going around turn 3, and no, Coulthard has still got it. But what about Jenson? Is he going to keep third from Ralf Schumacher? I don't know. This could be a tough ask for Jenson, and he hasn't done it. Ralf Schumacher got past Jenson Button. Mika Salo's had an engine failure now. But anyway, moving up at the front, Michael Schumacher just absolutely dominating proceedings right now. Absolutely dominating. Montoya second, Ralf Schumacher third, Jenson, Nick Heidfeld and David Coulthard. So anyway, moving back up to the front, Michael Schumacher completely dominated this race. Obviously, Irvine's engine failure helped him, and Schumacher has won the Spanish Grand Prix. Juan Pablo Montoya has taken second, with Ralf Schumacher getting his best result of the season thus far to get third. But Button, his engine's gone and the start finished straight. I can't believe that. Come on, Jenson Button was so close to scoring points. So close. So that means Coulthard's taken 4th, Heidfeld 5th, and Alan McNish has taken 6th out of nowhere. That is heart-wrenching for Jenson Button there, but I'm slightly sad for Jenson, but at the same time I'm happy for Alan McNish. But well, there you go. That was an astonishing race. One of the most action-packed, exciting, non-stop races I've done on this channel. It's certainly up there in action-packed races. It was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, sure, we had Schumacher dominance. I mean, to be honest, it's kind of expected in this series. And we had Ralf Schumacher also up there, which was nice to see. I mean, slightly less expected, but you know, it was Schumacher dominance with both Schumachers on the podium. But I mean, the drama in that race, it was absolutely phenomenal. The first lap collision between Barrichello and Fisichella is the most aggressive crash I think that I've seen in any of my videos, excluding my crash montage. But I mean, honestly, that was crash montage worthy. That was a horrific accident. And I mean, the retirements drama, Eddie Irvine could well have got a podium. Jenson Button could have scored some points. I mean, this was a bad day for car reliability, and do you know what? I'm really, really glad it was. Only 12 finishes in the end. It just beggars belief.
Easy peasy, chocolate squeezy.
So on to the driver's standings, and Michael Schumacher has got nearly double the points of his nearest championship rival, which is now Juan Pablo Montoya. After Montoya got second place this race, Barrichello got no points, which means Montoya was up into second, Barrichello down into third. Barrichello still ahead of Pedro de la Rosa, who didn't score a point this race, still ahead of Ralf Schumacher, who's got a lot of catching up to do, and then aside from that, everyone else is kind of on their own different tier. So on to the Constructors' standings, and Ferrari are just dominating the Constructors' Championship. I have no doubt that they'll win the championship at the end of the season. But Williams overtook Jaguar with the battle that's constantly going on between them. Sauber in a very solid 4th place, but Toyota now in a solid 5th place. I mean, they're only just ahead of Renault and McLaren, but with how infrequently McLaren and Renault score points, Toyota are looking comfortable in 5th for a while actually. And I mean, I know Renault was so close to scoring points this race, but well, that's just the nature of Formula 1. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and next time we're at Austria for the Austrian Grand Prix. So obviously at the A1 ring, obviously nowadays now known as the Red Bull ring, but the A1 ring, a very short, high-speed, high-elevation change circuit, and obviously one of some controversy back in 2002. Who knows whether we'll see the same sort of controversy at this race? I mean, who knows in honesty. This is Ferrari, I wouldn't put anything past them in 2002. It's certainly an interesting real-life Grand Prix for many reasons. It's the only 2002 Grand Prix I actually know something about, and hopefully it will produce an interesting race, but hopefully for different reasons to the real-life Grand Prix. So I'll see you then